200 grams of flour, 130 grams of warm milk, 7 grams of yeast dissolved in warm water, 1 egg yolk, and there's about 3 grams of salt in the flour. The milk also has oil and butter in it, melted butter and oil. Here it is in the bowl, lightly oiled bowl, cellophane on the top, and it's going in the fridge overnight. That's the dough, been refrigerated overnight. It has gone down a little bit because I banged it off the bench, but I'm going to knock that back and form 2 rolls, and then let them proof for about an hour and a half, 2 hours before they go in the oven. Dough divided into 2. I've already formed 1 loaf, or stick, if you like. What does that look like? Ridiculous. That's both of them done there. So you just to stick for an hour and prove. So that's an hour's rise. Going to try something different. I think they're too big. I don't want to make a sandwich out of those whole things. So I'm going to cut them in half. And one of them, I'm going to boil it first for 5 minutes, just to see how they turn out. Because when you boil suet dumplings, they expand massively and get really fluffy and light. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to cut one of them in half, probably that one. Boil half of it, bake half of it, and then I'm going to cut this in 2 and bake those in the oven as well without boiling them. That's the 2 unboiled ones that have been egg washed, 2 ready to go in the oven. Those 2 have been boiled. I think it's been a bit of a mistake, but we'll put them in the oven and we'll find out. We have both of them in the oven on 180, 20 to 25 minutes. I think we can safely say that little experiment failed. Well, that didn't. Hurrah! There we have an already cooked lobster. We'll take all the meat off it. I'm going to turn that into lobster po' boy once the bread's done. I'll show you that once I've got it all in bits. That is the yield from the lobster. It was only a small lobster, but to be perfectly honest, for the carry-on of shelling that lobster, may as well just buy prawns, king prawns, tiger prawns, whatever. Tastes pretty much similar. Next, we're going to assemble the po' boy, lobster po' boy. We've got paprika, lemon juice, pickled gherkins, celery, chives, obviously the lobster, some white pepper, and some mayonnaise just there. And we'll show you when it's done. There's the po' boy. Nice and soft. Cut it open. Nice soft crumb. Really soft. Lightly buttered the bread. It's still warm. Delicious. Once the gherkins laid down. Now for the main ingredient. There we have the lobster filling. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more paprika on there. Job's done. Now the paprika on. Now we have finished article. Lobster po' boy. Well worth the effort. I think you should agree. Like and subscribe.